Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Dragon Tale Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your love and romance reading for Venus in Scorpio 2020, our planet of love and romance. Lady Venus has moved into Scorpio on November 21st and will be staying there until December 15th, when it will shift out of Scorpio and move into the sign of Sagittarius. So this reading will be all about what to expect, what elements and themes may be coming through for you in your love and romance life during this time, this Venus transit. I hope you all are doing great, taking good care of yourself and being safe and well. It is always wonderful to be here in your energy, and I do appreciate you so much for being a part of my channel. And if you have not yet done so, I always invite you to reach out there, hit the subscribe button, and join the Dragon family, and also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know you enjoy this content. So Gemini, as always, these are general readings. They will not resonate with every Gemini out there, so please take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. This will mostly correspond with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs. So if this does not resonate with you, just check the placements on your personal natal chart. You will get more messages by looking at the readings that correspond with things like your moon sign, your Venus sign. That'll give you even more depth into these general readings. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my sessions, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information are down in the description box. So Gemini, let's get into it. So astrologically, Venus will be in that sign of Scorpio, and it will be there, of course, like I said, from November 21st through December 15th. This will be highlighting the universal 6th house of your chart, Gemini. So to me, this is a deep combination of psychological healing, rebirth, emotional growth and rebirth and healing. Taking good care of yourself is very important during this particular Venus transit for you. Venus is a little more difficultly expressed through the sign of Scorpio, simply because Scorpio is a more intense, introverted, mysterious, and secretive sign. It doesn't always show everything that it's feeling. And it does have that tendency to become suspicious, jealous, overthinks things many times, and, you know, creates problems where there aren't any. And so that's why it is very difficult to balance the intensity of Venus and Scorpio. Like if you're somebody that was born with Venus and Scorpio, it can be a challenge for sure. So just keep that in mind, that passions are running high. People may not be saying everything that they're thinking during this time, and that it's a really great idea to focus in on loving yourself, being very good to yourself, and creating good habits and patterns for yourself during this time. So let's get into your cards. I'm going to be pulling first a theme card, keyword for what is going to be going on with you, what's going to be your main focus in love during this period, and we'll get into the tarot as well. Dear angels, guardians, beings of light, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please let's see what you have in store for Gemini in love and romance for our time of Venus in Scorpio 2020. Please show me Gemini. Thank you. Ooh, and we have action. So Gemini, it's definitely not a time to just sit back and wait things out. It may be a time that it's time to come out of hibernation and make some movements, take some action, take some initiative towards your goals, towards your if this is somebody you haven't asked out yet, that would be a very specific action of actually doing that. If you haven't talked to them for a while and you really want to, that could be also a very specific action. It could also be them taking the steps and taking the actions towards you as well. This could be after a time of, quietness or, passivity, or not really hearing much, or not really having much exchange, because this, to me, with that tide coming in, it's sort of like you've had to wait for the timing to be right, waiting for the tide to come in. Very interesting energy. So let's get some tarot on this. I will be using the Tarot of Dreams and the Modern Witch Tarot this session. So let's see what we've got. This can also be for singles, couples, those in separation, whatever your situation is, Gemini, just take that as it resonates to you personally. So let's see what we have got for you, for your feelings, your energy. What are you bringing to the table in love and romance right now? Ooh, Gemini, Six of Swords. So the feeling that you have is wanting to move past the old difficult times, old arguments, conflicts, drama, stress, anything that's brought you any kind of negative outcomes, anything that's, you know, stressed you out emotionally or mentally. It's really all about getting in that boat and leaving the troubled waters, moving to the smoother, calmer times ahead. So when it comes to love and romance, no matter what your situation may be, you are very focused on having better times. Especially if you've been through some really heavy or dramatic ones, you're like, I am so ready to be done with all of that. So let's see what we have for the clarifier. Ten of Wands, yes, Gemini. So you really, I mean, you are done and done. This is really about you completing a very burdensome cycle. There could have been something that was weighing very, very heavily on your mind, or something that was very difficult to get through, and you really are very focused on taking things to the next level. The Six of Swords is also ruled by Mercury and Aquarius, so those are very complementing energies for you. So I would say not only that, but I think that you have probably come through some kind of difficult time that has really grown you up in a way. It's moved your mind to the next level of development. So you really are thinking more idealistically, higher, better, reaching further and ascending to new heights. So let's see what your person's energy or your potential love interest energy is coming in as. Let's see what they're bringing into this situation. All right, so Gemini, Two of Coins, very earthy energy. This is, to me, very much a card of staying in the moment. It's having to kind of juggle or balance two different elements of life, trying to enjoy doing it at the same time, but sometimes it can be a little bit stressful too. This may be somebody who's having to really balance maybe work life, home life, work life, family life, work life, love life, but work is usually a big part of it because of that pentacle element. So let's clarify that for them. And the Page of Pentacles. So Gemini, I feel that whoever it is that you're interested in, who you're here for, this is somebody that is working hard, and they are possibly just starting a new job. Maybe they've just finished school or some kind of new training and they're getting going. They're looking to invest something new. They're really ready for the next adventure in life. And so they're very focused on that right now. That's what they're really focused on mostly, is their work, career, laying down a good foundation. And it feels kind of like more like beginnings, right? It's not long ranging. It's just they're just starting this out. So let's get how you feel about this person. What are your emotions towards them? Wow, Gemini. So yeah, I mean, you're seeing that. You see that they're working hard. You see that they're focused very much one day at a time on their work. And, you know, maybe that might make you feel a little bit left out. It might make you feel like, do you have any time for me? Because, you know, it's like, you're just always going to be at the job. So let's see what the clarification is. Why is the this Eight of Coins, I should say. Why is this here for Gemini and your feelings about them? Oh, yeah, that's what I immediately felt. It's like, there it is, very strongly clarifying, is that Five of Pentacles. It's, you see them and the way you feel about them is like, yes, they're a very hard worker. And while that in itself is not a bad thing, it's left you feeling out in the cold. It's left you feeling very cut off. It makes you feel like, you know, you're really missing them. They are missing you too. There's really that feeling where it's like, you know, if one is out in the cold, both are out in the cold, and you're feeling very separated. So it may be a time to try a different tactic, try a different approach to reaching out to them if you're still interested in doing that. And I feel like you are. Let's see what their feelings are towards you, Gemini. Let's see how they see you and what they want to put in for you. Oh, they're worried about it. Yeah, it's really this. They have a lot of stress on their mind. I don't think it's just about you. This is a Gemini ruled card, is a Mars energy ruled card. So to me, when those two energies are blocked, you have a lack of communication, a lack of action, a lack of movement. This Nine of Swords to me is like your sleepless nights, being caught up in your head, being very stressed out, very anxious, and feeling very stuck, right? So let's clarify these feelings. They may be feeling really stressed out, like they know they've got to do something, they've got to say something, they've got to make a move or they risk losing you. So let's see what this clarifier will be. Yeah, Three of Swords. Oh, Gemini. I mean, they are just stressed out, anxious, brokenhearted, feeling the loss, feeling, you know, like you might just be out of their grip now, and it's really hurting their heart. That's a painful energy, not gonna lie. That is just ouch. You know, so you see them as just maybe being a lot tougher and a lot stronger than they really feel inside. That's the thing that I really do get the sense, is that you see them very much, you know, as this energy, and the way that they feel about you. I mean, they just, I think they know they're hurting you too. I think there's that realization, and that's stressing them out, and it's making them, you know, kind of operate out of a sort of brokenhearted energy, which of course is never a good place to come from. They really have got to raise their vibration. And of course, you can always start by raising yours. So let's see what comes out as the positives. What are the good elements that bring you two together that you can use to kind of bridge any gaps that are there? Right. So guys, something's not being said, something's not being discussed. Here's that Seven of Swords. Very, very sneaky card to get in a positive situation, right? But to me, it's like this is really saying that in order to get anywhere real, anywhere honest, you've got to start opening up. They've got to start opening up. Because to me, yet again, Seven of Swords, it's a very underhanded energy a lot of the time. And it comes out of a broken heart. It comes out of not being full and complete within yourself, so that you think you've got to steal energy from someone else. So let's clarify this. Ace of Cups. See, I mean, it's like, oh, this is tough. This is really tough. It may feel very conflicted for you sometimes. Sometimes you feel like, wow, there's so much love, there's so much potential. This feels very spiritually motivated. That is a very, very positive card, that Eight of Cups. But this Seven of Swords here to me is like both of you in some ways have a lot of wounds to address. And it may not even be because of each other. It could be over something that's happened between you, but it could be that both of you have a lot of wounds from the past that need to be healed. That's why, Gemini, you're coming in as being very focused on healing a lot of these old wounds, moving past those troubled times. That's why that's a very big focus for you, is wrapping up some of those painful situations. So let's see what the blockages are, the challenges that need to be cleared. Yeah, to me, again, look at that. The Eight of Wands. So Gemini, to me, of course, this is a very powerful, positive card of action, movement, communication, things going in a strong, positive direction. So to me, this is what's needed very, very much, is that action needs to be taken, just like that keyword that started out this reading. Something has to be done. You can't just sit and let this stagnate forever. Yeah, it's either going to be you or them, or ideally both of you taking action at the same time towards each other to really clear the air here, because it needs to happen. So let's clarify that. Seven of Pentacles. I like this actually because to me, Eight of Wands with a Seven of Pentacles says that it does take time. It does take healing work. It doesn't happen overnight. So it's tempering, the element of action with patience and dedication. And maybe this is what's been lacking, right? Because this is the challenges. This is what needs to be there to really bring the two of you together, is to be more patient with each other, but also take consistent, concerted action. It's very important that action be taken, but you don't want to like rush too fast, right? You want it to have some grounding underneath it. So let's get a suggested approach, Gemini. This is a tough one. This is, and a lot of these are going to be a little more challenging. Venus and Scorpio is not the easiest place for Venus. There's usually a lot of inner work that needs to be done, but it's always for our healing and our growth. So let's get some ideas of how to handle all this. The World, yes. So, Gemini, that is a very, very strong card. To me, this is all about one cycle ending, another cycle beginning. So this is what I will say about this card, is that some of you may take this in the direction of just being done and saying, you know what, I've put everything into this that I can. It's not doing right for me, or they're not doing right by me, and I'm going to move on. Or it's really about, both of you coming together and having some major moments of honesty and clear communication, and maybe forgiving each other for anything from the past, cleaning the slate and moving on. As I said, one cycle open, closing, another beginning. The World is also a Saturn ruled card. So to me, it really speaks to that, again, growth and stepping it up and coming full circle and being more mature as you go through the next stage of your life. So let's clarify that for sure. Yep, Two of Pentacles, and here this energy comes again. So this is what, this is the energy that your prospective person came through with. So to me, yet again, a card of balance, juggling two different sides of the life or sides of themselves, and really finding harmony, staying in the moment, right? That's very important, not to worry too much in the future or the past, but stay in the moment and be very present with the energy so that you can really get the lessons, because the World card is all about those lessons. It's all about maturation. It's all about growing up. It's that Capricorn Saturnine energy, right? And to me, I do get the sense that you are growing quite a lot here, Gemini. So let's get an outcome, or potential outcome, I should say. Nothing's ever set in stone, guys. Remember that with any reading. So let's see what our potential outcome is here, Gemini. Two of Swords, got its decision time. Gemini, it is. It's definitely decision time. You may not want to make that decision, because that is that Libra energy of really saying, oh gosh, I don't know which way to go. You've had maybe the blindfold on for a little while because it's something you haven't really wanted to confront or deal with, but there's definitely going to be some decision coming through here. And I really feel with that card, it's like those decisions that you make, it's like you're either going to close the door or open it and go to the next level. For some of you, it is about going to the next level, though. Look at that with the Chariot card coming through. I do think that there's going to be a decision on a plan of action, how to move forward, how to proceed. Our Chariot energy is definitely about travel. It's about movement. It's about learning something new. This could even be, for some of you, a long distance relationship, and maybe a decision is finally made that they're going to come see you, you're going to go see them, or something's going to happen to bridge this gap. On the underside, yeah, we've got the Six of Cups. So for some of you, this could be strong potential reconciliation kind of vibes. Three of Pentacles to me is getting the advice of an older, wiser mentor to give you some, some good advice or some good thoughts that you can use to go forward making these decisions, because this could be a very big one for some of you out here regarding a personal relationship. So let's get into a couple of cards from the Romance Angels just for a few extra bits of advice. Wow, yeah, okay. So there is something to do with engagement or leveling up this relationship dynamic. There's really a big choice about ascending to a higher level of commitment, right? And that's really what it's about. It's like to be or not to be, very much. So playfulness is important, keeping your sense of humor, not letting things get too heavy, especially Gemini. If you have felt very heavy, very serious, you know, really tense, stressing out a lot, it's really time to lighten up your mood. And the retreat card is here as well. So this can show that you may be pulling your energy back and disconnecting from the situation or the world in general, or you may be doing that as a team if you're working towards a reconciliation. So Gemini, I hope that your Venus time in Scorpio is beautiful and healing for you, and I will be seeing you again very soon. Take care.